Hi guys. I haven't seen you for a while, talked to you for a while. It's been a little bit of a time for me of reflecting and also getting my mental health stable. And of course, we know that mental health issues can cause addictions, and so I'm starting to see, I've known for a long time, the connection between my drinking and my physical pain with fibromyalgia and also my emotional pain uh, and mental health. So, struggling with depression, it seems stupid that I would have drank. Putting a depressant into your body when you're depressed is silly, right? Well, I did it for years, so I guess I was silly, but it helps in the evenings when I was just plain tired from being depressed and also tired from physically doing hairdressing. Um, Alcohol works in the short term. It really does. And so it was easy. It's something you can get from the store. Um, I understand. I just want you to know my story a little bit. I started drinking when I was 15 years old. And ironically, I was with my husband at 15 at a party, and I drank to excess. I threw up all night in the bathroom, and my husband Joe sat in the bathroom outside the door. I was so embarrassed because I was 15, but he kept asking me if I was okay. From his experience with his family, older brother and sister, he had quite a lot of experience with drinking. Not himself, but I'm sure he drank a little, but I think he saw his older brother and sister drinking a lot and had to deal with a lot of the, um, problems that caused in their family, and so he was there outside the door, and look at me now. I'm married to him for 26 years, so that is such a blessing. Um, and so, of course, you would think that after that terrible experience of puking all night and that I would never drink again at 15 years old, but it was awesome. I loved it. Throwing up was just a byproduct of how great I felt for the small amount of time before that, during that party. And so it went on through high school and through my early life. About 25 years old, I realized I needed to help, to get it under control, and so I started an AA. And I'm just going to condense it enough to tell you I have been on and off the wagon many times. I've been in and out of AA, and then I justified that I didn't have a problem anymore, and I went back to drinking, and unfortunately sometimes it went on for years. And it was a lot of hiding. I was a hider, so sometimes I wouldn't even drink, when I went to parties and funerals. And I can look back on my life and say most of the special occasions in my life, I didn't drink because I knew I would drink to excess. I probably drank when I got home from that event. But there are a few times when I can look back that I'm happy and I was sober. And one of those was my mother-in-law's funeral, my brother-in-law's funeral. I was there to support my husband, and I'm glad for that. My son Elliot's birthday, his wedding. Even though it was tough because there was some family, ex-husband and some other people it was a little stressful, and I didn't drink. So today I'm posting this because today is my 2-year sober anniversary. I don't know why I'm crying because I'm happy. I'm proud of myself. I can honestly say this is the first time in my life that I have done the work that it took to stay sober for the rest of my life. I'm not going to get cocky about that. But I can tell you how much work it took. It took changing everything. And I'm not sad about it. I think I'm crying because it was hard. It was hard. It got easier as it went along, but also there were times where it was hard. And the last 2 years has really revealed my true mental health issues and the reasons behind my addiction. And I did a lot. I mean, I can tell you that I even went back to college and got my substance abuse counseling degree so that I could overcome this addiction to alcohol. I really always wanted to not drink. I knew it wasn't me. I knew I had a problem, that it had control over me. And felt really bad about it. I never felt good about it. And if you drink and you can have a couple drinks, you should drink. This isn't the case for me. I just couldn't stop once I started. My health was really, really bad. Some things that happened with my health were that I always had stomach problems and irritable bowel syndrome from drinking. There was barely ever a time that I drank where I wasn't hungover with a headache, sick stomach, and the guilt that it produced was almost disabling the next day or two. But I would go back to it. And I'm saying this stuff because I want you to know how hard it is to stay sober. And I'm going to switch over now to all the blessings. I got my health back. I don't have a sick stomach anymore. I don't have headaches anymore from being hungover. It's not sapping hours and hours of my time and energy. I don't feel guilty anymore. I feel solid. And I had a lot of support from my family. And I hope you have that. At least one person. And if you have nobody, go to AA, because they will support you in your journey to sobriety. But the last thing I'm going to do is tell you that it was easy, but I can tell you that if I did it, you can do it. I'm allowing myself to cry today. You would think I would just be like so happy. I don't know why I'm crying, but I'm allowing my feelings finally in my life. You know, I'm allowing this. I don't know what it is. I think I'm crying because I got to that place in the first place where I fell off the wagon this last time. I was a counselor for beautiful women at my last job. I did see a lot of people die from heroin. And I realized I probably was a little fragile for that. I tried to be tough, but it's hard when you come to really care about someone and work with them and then they die. And during that time, I started drinking again. I really told myself that. Very egomaniacal, but I really told myself that I knew everything. And that I could probably go back to having a glass of wine at dinner, and of course, it spun out of control from there, and it just became a way of life again for me. And then it started to present its millions of problems again, you know. My life is so simple now. It's if I feel sick or headachy, I figure out why. It's not because I'm drinking. I'm healing. After 2 years, I probably have a better liver. I know I have a better stomach, but mostly I have a better mind. I have better relationships. I'm coming into my power, if that's a thing. I'm going out and enjoying things. The first while going out in my sobriety, going out and trying to do things, social events and such, was very difficult and anxiety producing. So be aware of that. Grab your Starbucks or whatever expensive drink you can get, and then go ahead and go to the party with it in your hand. I'm pretty amazed by some of the things I've overcome and done without alcohol. So if you are still working at it and plugging away, I just congratulate you on every minute that you're sober. And proud of you because it's hard, but it can be done. And reward is huge. All the people I care about and that love me know what to expect from me now. Not to say that I still don't have my ups and downs emotionally. Actually, I probably have a few more in a way because I feel them now. I feel them for every sharp part that they have. And then I move through it. And then it's done and gone into the past, and it's something I've overcome. So these tears might seem like defeat, but they're actually tears of me standing here, proud of myself, glad about where I'm at, happy about living, happy about life and what it's going to bring, knowing that it will bring hard things and that I can get through them without drinking and feel good. Even if it's bad stuff, I can still feel good after. And I don't have to drink over it. So, I don't know. I just thought I'd come to you because when I do my videos, I probably seem pretty upbeat. And for the most part, I am. It took me by surprise today when I was looking forward to this anniversary of 2 years. Part of me is crying that I fell off the wagon a number of years ago. I had like 5 years sober, so. But I'm not going to have any regrets about that because it propelled me to have a solid sobriety now. If you find yourself drinking again, it's okay, okay? Don't beat yourself up for it, and most of all, don't keep going with it. Well, I've done it now. Here I am. I guess I'm stuck drinking again. You're not. You can stop and start your sobriety over again. And just heal yourself. Make the changes in your life that make your life livable without alcohol. And if you're out there saying, I could quit drinking at any time, there's probably a little question in your mind if you really can. And you know what? Try it. Try it. If you think you can quit drinking at any time, do it. I want to see you do it. You can do it. But I think it might be way harder than you think. Some things are going to come up for you that you're going to have to deal with when you're sober and you don't have the armor of alcohol. It's a false armor. It can be punctured by any sword. True armor is the armor of sobriety, that you can go anywhere and be strong enough to not drink. And I mean, it gets so much easier. I barely think about it anymore, which is so amazing. It's amazing. So I just wanted to let you guys know that, man, I have come back here almost eating crow because I was out there counseling people on not using drugs and drinking, and I started drinking again, and I had to quit my job because I could not be a hypocrite and try to help people when I couldn't even help myself. So I could say that was a loss, but it wasn't. I gained everything from that. I was toppled off my high horse of thinking that I was above addiction and alcoholism and that I could help other people. So now I'm just trying to help you guys by saying I screwed up. Year after year, I would take it up again and then I would give it up again. It was a journey. Will always be a journey. I will always work at it. It's not a destination that you get sober and you're done. I'll always have to work at it the rest of my life, but I'm happy to work at it because I'm happy to be where I'm at. And I just want you guys to know that you can do it too. Keep doing it. It's so worth it. And I'm with you on this journey. And they say, and we'll meet on the road to happy destiny. And it is a happy place to be. It's just full of peace and health and love and truth and authenticity. And I wish that for you. If you haven't started, try starting as soon as you can. And do whatever it takes to stay sober. I love you guys.